So when it comes to building an audience and when it comes to getting monetized, ideally you should do both, right? Okay. You don't need to build an audience to a certain level before you can sell. You can actually do both. Building an audience doesn't mean you're going to get customers. And that is really important thing to understand on whatever social media channel you're on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitter. And a sad thing is that the fastest growing accounts on all those channels are the ones that are teaching you how to build an audience. But most of them don't know what they're doing, meaning they do know how to build an audience. There's lots of like viral tricks and getting people engaged with your posts or with your videos. But when it comes to monetizing that audience, that's like a totally different game. And obviously, I started my channel a few months ago and I was watching how to grow your channel, how to get your videos to go viral and all that stuff, like most of you probably. And I do remember watching one of those creators. He has like 700,000 subscribers, I think. And he was giving tips and stuff. And when you when you are starting, it's good to know to understand the algorithm, right? I signed up for something. Maybe it was like a mini course or something like that. And after I did that, every single day for 2 months, I was getting the same email, a limited time offer. Okay. He was selling something else. Okay. So every single day for 2 months. Do you think that person knows how to monetize an audience? He knows how to grow it, okay, but he has no clue how to monetize it. And that is a sad reality. You see all those big accounts, but they are struggling to get customers. Why? Because they don't have a strategy. It was really funny. Somebody commented, "Oh, you have so many videos and your growth is very slow and well done." And if I didn't know any better, I probably shouldn't be upset. But I seen so many of my clients succeed with like very little following. Like in fact, one of my clients that was constantly making around 20K every single month from social media didn't even have 3,000 followers. So it doesn't matter how many followers you have. Okay. What matters is the message that you put out. And of course, exposure helps you. Okay. But you have ads for that. And if your goal is to get customers, if your goal is to monetize, and the beginning is a bit difficult, right? Okay. Because it takes time to get your first 50 subscribers, your first 100 subscribers, then you go to 200, right? Okay. If we're talking about YouTube. So if you want to speed that process up, if you need to, you can do advertisement. You can drive people to different sales funnels. And in fact, that's exactly what I did with many of my clients on social media. So don't be fooled when you see a big account, lots of subscribers. They're probably really good in building an audience, but the question is, can they monetize it? Okay, so there is like this really huge myth. You need to build your audience 10,000 and only then you can start making money. No, that is not true. Keep putting your message out, okay, because the right people will come to you. And that's exactly why you're doing it, because you're building your brand, right? So you don't want to do a cold calling or paid advertising for, like years and years to come. I believe that's exactly why people go on YouTube, because your videos are there for a long time, right? Another thing to remember, and that's exactly why you shouldn't be stressed on how many followers you have. Remember, putting yourself out every single day builds your confidence. That's number one, and that's huge. Okay. And number two, which is even more important than building your confidence and building your audience, you are becoming more clear on your message. Okay. I think I did a marketing strategy playlist in January, right? If I tried to do that in September, when I started my channel, I wouldn't have done it. Okay. Why was I able to do the videos and to structure it the way it is? Because I went out and I posted a video every single day. I'm becoming myself more clear on my message. And once you become clear on your message, on who you are, your competition can beat you because you are so different. No one can copy you. And that is something to remember. That is something really important. And that's why a lot of marketeers who made it to very high level, and I'm not talking about a million, I'm talking about multiple millions and billions, they will tell you that one thing: go and create a piece of content every single day. Okay? Because you will surprise what will happen in a year's time. Otherwise, you are struggling from this perfectionism syndrome, right? Okay. You kind of like, oh yeah, but if I'm gonna make less videos in a week, I'm gonna have a more quality video. Yeah, that might be true, but how long it will take you to build your confidence, right? Okay, if you're only gonna be putting out 2 videos a week. Yes, think about that. So how often should you post? It really depends on what is your end goal. What are you trying to achieve? Because becoming clear on your message, becoming so crystal clear on who you are when it comes to putting yourself out there is 100 times more valuable than making a perfect video, maybe once or twice a week. This is what I think, right? Okay. And I'm talking from experience because I helped other people succeed. I helped other people to grow their business, their social media presence. And there comes a time when they get to that stage where they are so confident, they don't even need to think about, okay, what do I say? Because they are so in tune with their ideal client and they are so confident in who they are. They don't care about competition anymore. Because in the beginning, a lot of people are worried too much. Oh, my competition is beating. Oh, but that guy is doing better than I am. But if you're gonna be constantly thinking about that, you're not just not gonna grow. Okay, your growth will be really slow and painful, but you won't find who you are, and nothing can take that away. Because once you find who you are regarding your business, once you are so clear on your message, you are unstoppable. Yes, and the molding happens all the time. So, and that's exactly why I left some videos on my channel that I think, oh my God, like the background is really bad. I don't like the lighting and stuff like that. I just want people to show that we don't start perfect. Okay. Those channels that put 2 videos out there and get 20,000 views, they probably created another 4 channels to a very high level. So they know how to start it. But if you are starting out, just start out. Okay. You don't need to do a lot of researching what works and what not works, because perfectionist syndrome can kill your creativity and can also kill your desire to start. And fear is the biggest thing that stops us going for what we want in life. Imagine where you would be if you started 6 months ago, right? Okay, because you know what? I wish I would have started 3 years ago. I only started 5 months ago, but I wish I started 3 years ago when I started playing with videos in front of camera, right? So when it comes to building an audience and when it comes to getting monetized, ideally you should do both, right? Okay. You don't need to build an audience to a certain level before you can sell. You can actually do both. And the leads will come to you unexpectedly. I do remember when I got my very first qualified lead, as I say, I didn't think I should be getting it because I didn't even have 50 subscribers at that time, right? So a person who listens to your message, they can see that you're an expert. And whatever you're doing, you're an expert, right? Okay. They can see that you're an expert. They're not going to judge on how many subscribers you have unless they need you to build their audience. But if you're not selling audience building, don't worry how many subscribers you have. Okay. So if you are selling something else, talk about it and showcase how you helped your clients, because that is what gonna get your customer to become your customer, right? Well, let me know what you think. Let me know what you're struggling. And I'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.